A very good morning to one and all present here. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about a Van 't Hoff factor. So basically, the Van 't Hoff factor tells about the dissociation as well as the association of some solute particles in the solution. Supposedly, we have one system. In that case, supposedly, if a solute get added into the solvent, so what will happen? It will happen that if the solute get associated as well as it get dissociated. So basically, see here, according to Van 't Hoff factor, actually it is denoted by the symbol small I. Okay, it is denoted by the symbol small I. So according to Van 't Hoff factor, it is given here, he is given one ratio, the number of particles in the solution divided by the number of particles assumed to be ionization. So if we consider a system in which we add some solute particles, okay, supposedly consider one system, supposedly this is a beaker. In that beaker we add a solute particles. Supposedly we have 100 solute particle, it is denoted by symbol X. So we have solute particle 100 particles. If we add these solute particles into the solvent, this is a solvent. So out of 100, 50 solute get dissociated and remaining 50 are undissociated. Okay, that means dissociation means that will get in the form of ionization. So the number of particles in the solution, we have 100 particles in the solution, but out of them the number of particles assumed to be ionization. If we assume the number of particles that will get in a ionization, so out of them we assume 50 particles are to be get ionization form. Secondly, we can say that if I is the Van 't Hoff factor, then what is the ratio? Normal molecular weight divided by the observed molecular weight. If we calculated the weight of ionized particles or the ionized solute and we observe the molecular weight, that means the expected or the experimental value, so it is the ratio of I, that means the Van 't Hoff factor, it is to be a normal molecular weight divided by the observed molecular weight, that is the calculate value as well as divided by experimental value. This is the generally the Van 't Hoff factor. So now we are going to learn what is degree of dissociation. So basically, after adding a solute particles in the solvent, it will get dissociated, either it will get associated. So now we are learn degree of dissociation. It is denoted by the symbol alpha and small prefix d. This is the degree of dissociation, alpha d. So if we have 1 mole of substance, okay, we have 1 mole of substance, it is to be denoted by A is the substance. So after adding this substance into the solvent, it will get dissociated. Okay, it will get dissociated and it will form into the nth number of ions. Okay, it will form nth number of ions. So see here, this is the substance. After getting dissociation, that means it will get converted into the product P. See, this substance form nth ion. Okay, in case of initial the number of moles, so before the dissociation we have one mole of substance, and here is a 0 before the dissociation. This is the case of initial case. In initial case, the number of moles are, here is a 1 and here is a 0. But after the dissociation, okay, after the dissociation, the number of moles after dissociation. So here is a degree of dissociation, that means the alpha. So we take the number of moles after dissociation 1 minus alpha. If alpha is a degree of dissociation, so 1 minus alpha, and here is a n alpha. N alpha is a degree of dissociation in a nth ions. So what happens over here? See the total number of ions. So 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. Okay, 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. This is a total. This is a total of degree of dissociation. So according to Van't Hoff factor, what we have, I is equal to the total number of ions, the total number of ions in the solution. Okay, we have total number of ions. Here is a 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. Okay, and what we will take in the denominator. So we, in denominator we take the number of moles that are not dissociated. Okay, the number of moles that are not dissociated. So not dissociated number of moles are to be a 1. Okay, here we take 1. After solving this equation, so 1 goes here, is I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. This will form a equation I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus n alpha. Okay, so this LHS values transferred into the RHS, and this alpha plus n alpha get transferred into the LHS. So we have alpha minus n alpha is equal to 1 minus I. This I get transferred into the right hand side, so it will comes into the negative. So from these two quantities, alpha get point out. 1 minus n is equal to 1 minus I, and alpha is equal to 1 minus I divided by 1 minus n. So this is the formula for degree of dissociation, where n is the number of ions. Okay, n is the number of ions. This is the formula for the degree of dissociation. Now we are learn about a degree of association. The degree of association means after the addition of solute particle in the solvent, it will recombine the molecules, recombining the molecule. In case of dissociation, the solute particle get dissociated. That means this is the A particles form A1, A2 plus A3. This is the dissociation, and if we add some particles or some solutes, it will get formed combine. That means the solute particles get combined with the solvent. So degree of association, it is denoted by the symbol alpha A, alpha A. So if we have 1 mole of substance, okay, we have 1 mole of substance, and this substance get add into the solvent. Okay, this substance get add into the solvent, it will form association. The solute particle get associated with the solvent, and we have n ion. Okay, the number of ions after formation in the solvent, we have n ion. So A is the substance and the Np is the number of ions with the product. So in case of initial, in initial case, the number of moles we have 1. Okay, we have n moles. and we have here 0. Okay, after association, in case of initial condition we have 0, but the number of moles after association okay. Now we have the number of moles after association. It is to be a 1 minus alpha, and here we take alpha divided by n. Okay, alpha divided by n. So the total for all the two quantities, we have 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. Okay, 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. This is the total. Okay, but according to Van't Hoff factor, it is to be denoted by I. What we take in a numerator? In a numerator we take the total number of particles present in the solution. The total number of particles present in the solution are 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. Okay, 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. In a denominator, what we take? In a denominator we will take the number of particles that are not dissociated or the not associated. That means 1. The number of, in an initial case, okay, initial case, the number of particles that are not dissociated or not associated, that are 1. Okay, after solving this equation, we have I is equal to 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n. Okay, this 1 get multiplied with a I. So these two quantities, alpha quantities, get transferred towards the LHS side, left hand side. We have 1 alpha minus alpha by n is equal to, and this I value get transferred towards the right hand side, 1 minus I. So from here we get alpha as a common. Okay, alpha as a common. So here remaining 1 minus 1 divided by n is equal to 1 minus I. Okay, after solving this quantity, alpha n minus 1 divided by n is equal to 1 minus I. Okay, this quantity get transferred toward right hand side. So alpha is equal to 1 minus I divided by n minus 1 divided by n. Okay, this third quantity n get shifted towards the numerator. So we have alpha is equal to 1 minus I divided by n minus 1, and this n get transferred over the numerator. So this is the formula for degree of association. 1 minus I, degree of association alpha is equal to 1 minus I divided by n minus 1 into n. This is the formula for degree of association. In case of dissociation, the substance get dissociated, it will get into the various form, but in case of association, the substance get recombined or get combined in the combined form. Okay, this is the degree of association.